Good evening to Honorable ISMSICS office bearers, chairpersons, panelists, speakers, and delegates. It's with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this webinar, Women of Substance 2, for the women, by the women. We have dynamic ladies sharing their knowledge on this platform to inspire us how a woman can be jack of all and master of all. The mastermind behind this is none other than our own founder chairperson, Dr. Amulya Sahu. It's my humble request to you to enjoy this meeting and enrich our sentiments by your presence. I hope that this will provide the opportunity to learn with and from each other, as well as building a strong community of women profession camaraderie. I would like to now share the slides, please. Are the slides visible?
Not yet, ma'am.
Can you see the slides?
Yes.
Yeah.
So a woman, as you all know, she runs and she leads. And our society is responsibility to create supportive and supportive environment for every aspiring woman. That's women empowerment. Now, the whole world is in the hands of women. We all know that women are different from men. They're multitasking. They have a lot of talent and determination to reach a very higher summit. That's why they're called Shakti, the universal power. So let's understand that it's only a woman who possesses, a right to be pregnant and to deliver a child. And this power places women on a very, very higher pedestal. So women possesses a greater power. Why not we transfer this to the mankind? Mahatma Gandhi rightly said, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. But if you educate a woman, you educate the entire family. Similarly, Mother Teresa devoted her whole life for destitutes and poor. Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things and be happy. So to educate a girl is to reduce poverty, which is being mentioned by the former UN president. Now let's see what happens to a woman. Behind every woman, I would confidently tell you that there is a successful man who's holding your hands, thinking of your progress, supports and encourage and stand by. So what society expects from a woman? Of course, woman is no doubt a homemaker. She has to be graceful, charming, soft-spoken, and she has to be at the same time tough and independent. A woman can be a daughter, sister, wife, mother, mother-in-law, grandmother, great-grandmother, so on and so forth. This is endless. So basically, women plays an anchor role in the family, in keeping the family together and maintaining a very important friction-free family. Now, there are some professional activities which we all do, community activity, and the action of this women often goes unnoticed. So feminism isn't about making women stronger. Women are already strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives our strength. So there is an enormous vitality waiting to be trapped. Let's march forwards. Our specialty is progressing, and you'll all agree with me that our numbers are increasing. At the end of the day or of my talk, I would tell everybody, remind yourselves that you did the best you could do today, and that's good enough. And a very big thank you to all. Now, I would like to introduce our moderator, and it's none other than Dr. Aarti, who is an anterior segment surgeon at National Institute of Ophthalmology, Pune, and she has worked as a consultant in Africa and is now a program coordinator of ISMSICS Africa chapter. She is holding a post of an associate editor Global Journal of Cataract Surgery, section editor of Glaucoma, YouTube channel of Yossi. She is a national and an international coordinator of ISMSICS. Besides this, she has a special interest in playing indoor games like chess and carom and outdoor games like badminton and cricket. She's a brilliant dancer and she has won innumerable prizes for all her activities. Without much ado, and hand over to our dynamic moderator, Dr. Aarti Heda. Over to you, Dr. Aarti.
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Thank
for
you.
those kind words. So I once again welcome you all on behalf of Team ISMSICS to this wonderful evening, wherein we are going to celebrate women. So let me quickly introduce you all to the chairperson of today's session. We have with us Dr. Amulya Sahu sir, who is the founder chairman of ISMSICS. He was the past president of BOA and is a nationally and internationally acclaimed cataract surgeon who has introduced the 2mm MSICS technique. Dr. Sahu is the founder chairman of Sahu Eye Groups of Hospital. So over to you, Sahu sir, for your kind words of wisdom.
Thank you, Aarti. I welcome all the gorgeous ladies to this platform. And the very idea of starting this was to celebrate not only the womanhood, but to show the importance of a woman in our society. From Vedic times, we see that every other society have tried to suppress the woman, but this is the only civilization where women were celebrated. You must have heard the name of Gargi and other people. They were all, they were very top level people, and there has been no kind of suppression or oppression or fighting. And as I see from my childhood, how the women have been liberated by men. And every woman will stand witness their father must have encouraged them to go ahead. This never happens in any other society except in India. And it's because of the deep understanding that we represent the two energy systems, the negative and positive energy system. And it goes back to the Shiva and Shakti concept that man is not complete without woman. Woman also has to have a man in to become successful. And that is a complementary, it is not contradictory as it is now presented. And because I thought of this woman of substance because the family is such a important, plays such an important role in the upbringing of the child. And nowadays these people are meeting marriage as if it is a plaything. It is not a plaything. It is one of the laboratory where the higher values are found. When you don't understand your higher dimension, you cannot seek the higher dimension. Then tu may comes, and then you go in your way, and she goes her way, and that kind of nonsense is happening now. The whole idea is to keep the people, complete women, in front of younger generation, so they can see that you can do anything if you want to have that kind of vision. So what my whole purpose is that let the younger generation have some idols before them. These are the people we are selecting who have maintained the family, who has reared their children, and they are excelling in profession, they are excelling in extracurricular activity, and they are gorgeous looking. They are not ignoring. So as I understand, most of us do not understand our layers of consciousness. We are not one, we are four. The body is just a chariot. This is a vehicle, this is a car, and your brain is a computer, and and your heart is a air conditioner. But the fourth dimension, which is called Turiya, we are not aware about it. When in the morning we get up, say, I saw a good dream. Who saw that dream? You are not becoming aware. So now the only thing is that there are two types of people who are aware and conscious. There are other type of people who are unconscious. When you are unconscious, you accumulate wealth, you accumulate, go for drinks, and you go for all sort of nonsense because you are not conscious. You think you are only the body. And when the body is aging, then you feel that you have become ugly. But if you go for your fourth dimension, then you can perform in all the 3 layers and still remain the beautiful. In 90, you can dance with joy and people will be mesmerized. So the life should not be physical, it should be a 3 year. So my book, which I poetry book, name is that it is a journey to know things. You start as a thing, but when you land the body, you become ethereal. Just move out of the body. So that is celebrating life. So with this, I just want that let us enjoy these beautiful ladies, their performances. And I want that all of you must practice yoga and pass on this thing to your children. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you so much for those encouraging words, sir. Next, we have with us Dr. Jagannath Boramani, sir, who is the Executive Chairman of ISMSICS. Among the finest ophthalmologists in the city, Dr. Jagannath in Mumbai is known for offering excellent patient care. He has contributed exceptionally in bringing in change in MSICS techniques and designed the X-chopper for cataract surgery. Because of some personal commitments, he is not able to join us, but he has sent his wishes. So moving on, next we have with us Dr. Usha Johari ma'am, who is practicing in Johari Eye Center, Mahim, Mumbai since last 35 years. She is a consultant at Hiranandani Hospital, Mumbai. She has received several awards, to name a few: Rashtriya Udyog Ratna Award, Women Achievers Award, and Bharat Excellence Award. She is currently running 2 NGOs, the Johari Medical and Research Foundation and the Child Care Foundation. She is president of Women's Wing of ISMSICS. Thank you so much, Usha ma'am, for joining us. Then we have with us Dr. Satanshu Mathur sir, who owns a high-tech eye institute and laser center in Uttarakhand. He has contributed as an expert for customizing guidelines for SICS and present recommendations. So Dr. Satanshu sir, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Aarti. First of all, I'd like to salute all the gorgeous ladies here in the group and all over the world for the dual responsibility they are taking care. We are free mind because of you people at home. You have the responsibility of at home, and then the clinics also you are dedicated person, doctors. So we salute you. We have so many ladies here, Dr. Namrita, Dr. Chitra, Dr. Aarti, Dr. Usha, Dr. Reena, Dr. Nita, so many dynamic ladies who are doing great job in Indian ophthalmology, better than men. So we can say this seminar is going to be a very fruitful seminar for all of us. I remember I invited Dr. Sahu as a chief guest in our state conference 12 years back. And we were all expecting him to say something about Indian ophthalmology. But he started suddenly speaking for womanhood, role of ladies, women in our life. And full 1 hour, we were surprised, all were surprised, more than 20 people sitting in the hall. We were surprised what he is speaking. But after 1 hour, when his speech was over, we all have a standing ovation for him, because the things which we had never thought of, he has spoken us freely from the dais. So salute to Dr. Sahu sir for bringing this concept in our SISMS also. Thank you, Aarti, and wish you good luck for this meeting.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have with us our own Dr. Srinivas Joshi, sir, who is director and VR consultant at Joshi Group of Eye Hospitals in Karnataka, presently serving as secretary of ISMSICS. He is member AIOS ARC South, and he is secretary of Karnataka Ophthalmic Society. So over to you, Srinivas, sir.
Thank you, Aarti. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you all the ladies who have come into the Women of Substance Part 2. I still remember, I have the memories and the glimpses of when we conducted the Women of Substance Part 1 few years back. And now we are having it the Part 2, which itself says the success stories. And I think it's very, very important, because I was just discussing before this session recording started that women play a very important role in men's life, or maintaining the family, sustaining the family. Because if you look into the UN theme or whatever they celebrated in the Women's Day and all those things, but a world free of bias, stereotypes and discrimination, a world that is diverse, equitable and inclusive. a world where difference is valued and celebrated. I think these are the words which really are very important for each and every one of us to understand that, and that's how the whole world values a woman nowadays. And I still faintly remember when I met Kamal Bali, who was the CEO of the Volvo India, where he said that if more than 50% of the women in India starts working, that is when India is going to be a developed country. I think with these few words, I'm sure that the Women of Substance Part 2, under the able leadership of Dr. Usha Ma'am, Aarti, and the man who created this, the Women of Substance, is when we first did the Women of Substance Part 1, sir was very specific that we need to have it identify the talent of the ladies. It's not just in ophthalmology, but sometimes they are more beyond ophthalmology, and that is where we need to bring it out and show it to the world that what Indian ophthalmological women are capable of. So I once again best wishes for the success of this webinar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, we have with us Dr. Pamela from Mexico. She's an anterior segment surgeon at IMO, Mexico.
Hi, Pamela.
It is phacoemulsification and manual small incision cataract surgery to the residents. She qualified as and helped me see ocular incision and dissection course instructor in 2019. She's working with the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Wan, has installed the Help Me See Eye surgery simulator at IMO, the first in Latin America. And she has been part of so many webinars with us. Getting up early in the morning and joining for webinars from India is not an easy thing. Dr. Pamela, thank you so much for it, and over to you for your words.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. It's really an honor to be here sharing this forum with these all amazing women. Thank you, Dr. Sahu. I hope I can grade a lot.
It is always a pleasure. Welcome.
So moving on, next we have with us our panelist who has been part of Women of Substance 1, and I'm very honored to introduce them to you. First, we have with us Dr. Anaga. She's Medical Director of Anil Eye Hospital in Mumbai. She's Chairman of the Gopal Krishna Charitable Trust. She's member of ARC West Zone AIOS. Anaga ma'am, over to you.
Hello all, welcome to Women of Substance 2, and we have all our seniors, Dr. Namrita ma'am, Dr. Chitra ma'am. In fact, they are living idols and they are our role models themselves. So I am really waiting to learn from them and to hear them eagerly. And a salute to all these women who have come to the top, not only in ophthalmology, but also in their lives, and they're inspiring all of us. So thank you so much, Dr. Sahu sir and ISMSICS for such a lovely webinar and for bringing out the talent and giving us a lovely platform like this. Thank you so much.
Next, we have with us Dr. Jayashree ma'am, who is an ophthalmologist working in Assam. Yeah, somebody from Entered can please take care of these noises. Dr. Jayashree is Executive Committee member of ISMSICS Assam. Anmol, can you please mute Mr. Rohit? So Dr. Jayashree is here with us. So she messaged that she'll be joining.
Good evening, Dr. Aarti. It's so nice. Hello?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's so nice to be a part of Women of Substance Part 2 after being after seeing the wonderful webinar which we had 2 years back, maybe. It was so motivating, so inspiring to know about the dynamic ladies that we have in our forum. So waiting eagerly to hear from all of us. And I just want to say that we don't need to hurry. We don't need to sparkle. We don't need to prove that we are somebody, because the shine that will come from within us, it's going to eliminate everything. Thank you so much.
Next, we have with us Dr. Juni ma'am, my favorite artist and a dancer. She's working as consultant ophthalmic surgeon at Arogya Medical Center, Surat in Gujarat. And as I said, she is a trained classical dancer and a fine artist. Over to you, Juni ma'am.
Hi, a very good evening to all the honorable dignitaries here. And it's a great pleasure and my honor to be a part of this wonderful platform that celebrates women power in ophthalmology. Special thanks to Amulya Sahu sir for coming up with this novel concept. I would also like to thank Dr. J. Boramani sir, Usha Juhari ma'am, Satanshu Mathur sir, Srinivas sir, and Dr. Pamela for having me here. And just like everyone else, I'm also looking forward to listening to our dynamic speakers expressing their views on all the various topics of interest, like their career, family, and in general life balance. So thank you so much.
So I'm happy to say that the wait is over now, and we are moving on to our talks or the presentations. We have with us Dr. Chitra ma'am as our first speaker. She is medical director of the Eye Foundation, a chain of 13 eye hospitals in South India. She is chairman, Academic Research Committee, AIOS. She is management committee member of TNOA. Her areas of interest include cataract, glaucoma, and refractive surgery. She has won various awards to her credits. So thank you so much, ma'am, and we are really excited to hear you. Over to you for your presentation.
First and foremost, let me just share my screen. First and foremost, before I start my presentation, I really want to thank each and every one of you from the depth of my heart, all the amazing chairperson, Dr. Amulya Sahu, and all those stalwarts who constitute ISMSICS. And of course, Aarti Heda too, who was constantly in touch with me, wanting to know whether I'm going to make a crappy video at this point of time. But I think it is the highest honor at this point of time to be amidst you all ambitious, amazing women. So let me start with my very simple thoughts. So essentially, every woman is a wonderful person.
I'm sorry for the interruption. We can't see your video yet.
You can't see my video?
Yeah, maybe ma'am, you can stop the screen share and share it again.
Yeah. I thought this normally doesn't happen. Can you see my screen now?
Your screen is visible, ma'am.
Can you see my video? Not the video exactly, the
yes,
arrow.
we can see that. Maybe you can play it, and once it starts playing, I'll indicate.
Yeah. So here I go. Can you see it?
Not yet, ma'am.
You're not seeing my video?
No.
How can that be? Don't tell me I'm wasting your time now.
Ma'am, you are creating that excitement that
no.
Wait to see your presentation. So don't worry, ma'am, we'll sort it out. Maybe you can first open the video.
Are you seeing it now? I've gone to my older presentation. Are you seeing?
Suggest
are you seeing my video?
Stop share the screen and first open the video and then share the screen again.
Yeah, that's how I had done. Wait. I'm very sorry. I had
Madam, open that video and keep it. And when you share the screen,
that's how I had done early. But just a moment. Oh. What is happening? I'm so sorry. After
relax. There is no problem. There is no problem.
Yeah. Oh, what's happened?
Ma'am, you see the struggle in women's life?
No.
Things were all set before we started. Things were all set before we started the webinar.
Don't worry.
Shall I just get out and get back again? Sorry, yeah. In a moment I'll come.
You take your time. Take your time.
Yes,
no problem.
I'm just there.
It can happen to anybody.
So maybe Usha ma'am, till that time, maybe we can take a couple of questions.
Can you see my video now?
I think it will come.
Yes.
Does it come in?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God. Those were tough moments, I tell you. I need to be a lot more tolerant with all my speakers in ARC. Hug them after their presentation, I think. So here I go. So then, this is how it goes. Every woman is wonderful, isn't she? And that's what we're all arriving at. But shouldn't I keep it very simple for you all? Shouldn't I? It's a desire to be as complete as destiny allows. It's a desire deep inside to drive to the pinnacles of success, a desire to be a complete woman. It meant a lot more to me. It meant that I needed to be a superlative daughter to my parents, the most awesome sis for my brother. It also meant that I had to be just absolutely superb in school. Don't ask me why, but it meant that commitment had to be at its fullest at all times. I had to be a topper, the best in elocutions, debater, the best actress in all those one-act plays in school. And believe me, I was the best athlete all time, a Bharatanatyam dancer from the age of 7. The adrenaline surge was always so strong, so intense, but it also meant that I was loved, most loved as a friend to every single dear friend. Did I owe it to my parents? Completely, irrevocably owed to them for the very innocent upbringing they gave me. Married Ramurthy while I was in medical school, and it further expanded my horizon of ambitions to an unbelievable outreach and a newer family to embrace and to be loved. And that was awesome, to be the ideal woman in my husband's life, not just a partner, but the best he could dream of in any of his lifetime. And the challenges to deal with his tireless ambition, though he was a great husband, and then a motherhood, and the challenges of the motherhood. Oh, it was an amazing motherhood. But what to hold, what to set aside, because I needed to be with my kids. But then do I set aside the ambitions of that younger days when my husband was driving far ahead? Or do I set the best balance? Was lucky, I'm telling you, I was so lucky to have the great set of parents. I could trust them to help me bring my children, playing the best balancing act at all times. It was a challenge, but wasn't a wife meant to be a right hand for her husband? A right hand, and I unfailingly stuck to my intense ambitions to be the great mom and yet be that able doctor colleague for my husband, and life through challenges to take care of this awesome family for which I was a part of, strive to be a best cook which I could ever be for my family, because there were so many moments when I had no cook at home. It was a strive to be an all-in-one product to keep my nest a very happy nest. It evolved with me dreaming my children's dream so that they grew their best ways. It was so important that I don't just dream their dream, but it evolved in dreaming my husband's dream. And he saw to it that I was his right hand through all those terrific moments of growth. And I was so happy at all times to be a part of this fantastic colleagues of mine who were family to me. I couldn't think of a single moment without them. And with them, we set state-of-art medical facilities, over 15 hospitals, and I'm sure many more would come as Shreya's joined us. And it was necessitated to be warmly accepted in the immediate society and the social organization. And then this moment expanded to embrace the newer dimensions of a larger society, a much larger society. The heirs to its unfathomable expanses. Believe me, I just dug the small portion of it. But it mandated that I have a responsibility to the ophthalmologists of our country in different forums, different platforms, different podiums to deliver the best of science and technology. It mandated that I become a friend, a leader for many, as much as this life would offer me. It was so important to evolve, to be the best that I could possibly be in this magical lifetime. A person who finally, my husband, my parents, my father-in-law, my children would remember always with awe and pride, which meant that I rise to a challenge of a complete woman with a never-ending story. But then, that's the story to be of a woman of this world, as many more women of this world, was only a woman could ever possibly conceive. Because she's meant to be perceptive, emotional, deeply caring, a woman who would set aside anything for a moment of crisis. and that ultimate winner for her family and beyond, and the opportunities which I got, I need to thank God for all those things. And a woman wanting to seek her best, to be a woman, to strive to beat out her goals, and yet be the most beautiful woman as this world, as every woman in this world, and to be a woman of substance, the biggest prize is her own child, summing her up, and here
Hello,
it goes.
everyone. Today it's my proud privilege to say a few words about my Amma, or who's now more popularly known as Dr. Chitra Ramamurthy. Women in general, I think, have to maintain a far greater balance than what men have to do right through their lives, be it family, personal, professional careers. It's the balancing act goes on right through their life. And Amma has been an epitome of that balance. Right from the early days when I was a small kid and she was pursuing her postgraduate studies. Subsequently, while maintaining a home, maintaining our children, but at the same time, having an extremely active professional career. Way back when we were young children, I think Amma, along with Appa, took a big gamble in taking on a large refractive surgery investment at that point of time in their fledgling career. And she worked with such panache and was greatly instrumental in making it a success. And that kind of passion has been reminiscent right through her career. Whatever job she has undertaken, be it in the way she has taken I Foundation forwards, and more recently with becoming chairman of Academic and Research Committee of the AIOS. It's not just about getting to that pedestal, but it's the hard work that she puts in to reach that pedestal, as well as the continued hard work that she puts in to ensure that the quality is maintained right through, whether it is in work or personal life or in ARC. It's really been my privilege, pleasure, and overall I must thank God for Amma and for having been a constant source of energy in our lives, being there whenever we required her, being there, her support was always there. And I really look forward to the years ahead where we would continue to receive her support and her guidance. And at the same time, seeing as she enters possibly her twilight years of her professional career, where she is going to take AIOS to the next level altogether. And my best wishes to her. And thank you so much for everything that you've done for us all through these years. Thank you.
Don't you think I got the best gift when you heard my son talk to you all today? Thank you so much. Thanks for this opportunity.
Chitra, this is the best thing you could have done. And what a level-headed son you have got. Very well brought up, rounded, and so much promise. Very good. And really, you have fabulous. And it is that we are recording historical moments. It will be seen by the world all over, and it will be played again and again, so that we are capturing historical moments. So you are gorgeous, and you made an astounding communication. Very nice. Hats off to you.
Thank you so
Hats
much.
off to you. You become more and more brighter and let us and inspire the whole generation of ophthalmology. God bless.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll say what an opening. I mean, it was amazing. So without further delay, let's move on to our next presentation. Next, we have with us Dr. Zaika, ma'am. She is Medical Director of National Institute of Ophthalmology, Pune. Her areas of interest include phacoemulsification and pediatric ophthalmology. She is President-elect of Pune Ophthalmological Society. Her hobbies include sports and fitness. She is a marathoner and has completed 2 full marathons, including 1 major world marathon in Chicago in 2019. She is also an artist, and I am very happy to say that I am associated with NIO. So here we go with her presentation. Over to you, ma'am. Zai, ma'am.
Yeah, hi. You are going to play my presentation.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I always get jittery.
My name is Dr. Zaika. I'm an ophthalmologist by profession. I'm also a wife, a mother, a daughter. But in the mornings, I'm only a runner. Exercise has been my passion since childhood. I have been doing several exercise activities right from school, from yoga to strength training. I'm also a red belt in Taekwondo. But these days, I'm into running, and my husband also is my partner in crime. We have done several full marathons, out of which I'm proud to say I've also done a Chicago marathon, which is a world major marathon. Our hospital also arranges a marathon each year. We started this with a concept of spreading awareness about avoidable blindness. So this will be our 8th year this year. Only because of COVID, we have not been able to do these marathons past couple of years. And we have also the record for blindfold run, maximum number of blindfold runners in a marathon. Oh my God, I've spent almost my entire morning in these running activities. I'm really late. I have to now catch up with life. It's breakfast time. Once back from running, my job is to run the house, obviously. My daughter is appearing for her board exams and she soon has to leave. I still have to give her the breakfast, so you can imagine the rush I'm in. I would have loved it if you guys could have met Simba, someone who would always be welcoming me, but unfortunately, I lost my baby in November. But nonetheless, he stays in our hearts. Time to get to the hospital now. I have a few hobbies to keep me sane. Reading books and writing is also one of them. I started writing articles in the college magazine, and recently the 7th edition of my book is published. I wrote a book on eye care for children. Parents often come with different dilemmas as to how to take care of their children's eyes better. And based on all these questions, I wrote a book, and now the 7th edition is running in the market. I've been painting and sketching right since childhood. I try and continue that hobby even now. NIO each year publishes a calendar. And this year, the theme of calendar is paintings on different media made by me. And I'm happy to say also a couple of paintings made by my daughters. So I'm happy that the same passion is now being carried forward to the next generation. Speaking of calendars, recently I got an opportunity to model for one. Nothing like that. An artist friend of mine wanted to capture expressions, and that was the theme. So I featured in the February month, which happens to be my birth month. NIO has 2 branches, one at Aun, other at Shivaji Nagar. Me, my husband, and the team of doctors alternate between these 2 centers so that we can serve patients better and not compromise on the quality of care. Today I had my operation site beginning at 8:30. To all my doctor friends, this is a routine thing, how we get dressed up for OT. But for all my non-medico friends, this is how any doctor would begin their day. To render total quality eye care to each and every patient, irrespective of their social strata, is in NIO's mission statement. 1 in 10 patients is a charitable patient who is operated at NIO of free of cost. NIO is a postgraduate training institute right since its inception in 1994. And since then we have seen, and now we have helped many doctors gain their degrees and start their flourishing career. To help them further in this journey, NIO also has now acquired the IC, which is a high-end virtual reality simulator for cataract and vitreoretinal surgery. As I said previously, NIO has 2 branches. Running 1 hospital is tough and running 2 is not a joke. But me and my husband, we both divide our time between the clinical and the administrative responsibilities and ensure that clinical work does not suffer. We both are very fortunate that we are carrying this huge legacy, which is started by my father-in-law, Dr. Srikanth Kelkar, who started this concept, and he's proud to say that he has 2 hospitals to his credit. I have specialized in pediatric ophthalmology. I did my fellowship from Ghent, Belgium. When I applied for this fellowship, my elder daughter was just a month old. The professor there arranged for a daycare center for us in Belgium. So it became possible for me to take my toddler there. Me and my husband and my daughter, we all traveled to Belgium. He did his fellowship in retina. I did my fellowship in pediatric ophthalmology. There were even times when I would be feeding my elder one on one hand and solving MCQs on the other. So I'm done with my day at last. So you got a chance to get a peek into my life, one day of my life. Many people often ask me, how do you manage to juggle so many things in one day? We have the same 24 hours. So I have a very simple why. Why do I exercise so much? Why am I into fitness so much? Is the only reason being that I like to be able to fit into a tiny short when I run or into a mini skirt when I party. So you may feel that how can such shallow things give somebody such deep happiness? But the reason being, I have worked for this. There is a lot of discipline that has gone into making or doing what I am doing right now. And I'm very proud of that fact. So when I see myself being able to wear those clothes and not feel shy about it, I get a self-confidence. And that same self-confidence I'm able to instill in my patients. I believe that a fit doctor can encourage more patients, and that gives me some right to tell them to take better care of themselves. Thank you. This has been a day in life of Dr. Zaika. I always feel you have to keep moving, and hence I would end by saying I like to move it forward.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Wonderful, Jai.
Thank you, sir. Actually, you are the one who motivated me that day after your call. I had no clue what am I supposed to say about myself. Then I contacted.
But you really captured everything.
Okay, I hope so. Thank you,
There is
sir.
lot of people who are sports enthusiasts will be really might take you as an idol. You know, so they're wonderful, inspiring younger generation, including us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So moving on to our next presentation. Next, we have a presentation from Dr. Namrita Joshi ma'am, who is consultant at Guru Nanak Hospital in Mumbai. Her areas of interest include cataract, glaucoma, and cornea. And interest other than ophthalmology, ma'am is going to share herself. So over to you, Namrita ma'am.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Namrita Joshi from Bandra, Mumbai. Thank you so much.
But we
the
are seeing
society.
Usa. Hello, we are seeing Usa, not your video.
Can you please spot Dr. Namrata's video? Somebody from Entot can do that.
This is Namrata. Our secretary is there.
Namrita Joshi, ma'am. We have two Dr. Namritas with us today.
What happened?
Namrita ma'am, maybe you can continue till the time we'll fix this.
Okay. So, thankful to you and this ISMSICS Society to invite me for this platform, on this platform. I'm basically an anti-segment surgeon and having interest in LASIK. As you said, attached to hospital and heading the department in Kurlapa Municipal Hospital. I'm doing a lot of camps for senior citizen, police, traffic police, and the other underprivileged people. Besides my ophthalmology, I'm a sports person. I have represented my state 4 times in women's volleyball and women's cricket. I was a best athlete from my college. And for that, I got the Outstanding Young Person Award in '94. Because I'm a sportswoman, I still continue to play, but not the team game as the volleyball and cricket is. I've started playing now badminton. And in 2019, I got 3 silver medals at state level. I'm running marathon also and got prizes in that also. So basically, I am a sportswoman. Second, my hobby or passion, you can say, is music. Music, probably I got it from my mother, who is Sangeet Visharad. And I'm a semi-finalist of Voice of Mumbai in 2019. And I'm singing. When you see my video, I've sung in that. And I'm presenting charity.
Looks like Dr. Namrita is logged out.
Arti, help her, na?
Yes, sir. Anmol, can you please check whether ma'am is still with us or she has logged out by mistake?
Ma'am, she logged out by mistake, but on the backend now she is available.
Okay. And can you highlight her video? We still can't see her.
Yeah, so should I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, so I finished with the sports and music. Then in 2017, I was declared as Mrs. India Earth. I got 2 women crown in that. In 2019, I got Miss Mumbai pageant. And after winning these 2 pageants, I realized that I want to try the other fields too. And as I did in my childhood, the radio plays and on stage. So I tried my potential of acting in movies, web series, and quite a few commercials. So I did 4 movies, 8 web series, and I'm still doing. And I'm an international kitist. I was mad about kites in my childhood, and I was the only girl in my area or in my place to fly kites. I still continue to fly kites. I represented India in International Kite Festival in Ahmedabad. And you can see my picture of those. And I've written a book.
What are those pictures? Hello, Namrita. Only we are seeing your Mrs. R's picture. No other picture we are able to see.
Yeah, the video I will play. Yes.
Yeah, it will come. It will come. So I'm playing mandolin. I'm learning from my guru, Shri Pradito Sen Gupta ji. I'm learning from him. And I'm a kind of person who will always try to discover the new fields in life, because I always believe there is only one life and there are so many things to do. So besides doing my profession, I would like to explore the different fields of my life. You can see I did some lockdown activities also. You can see in that video. Aarti, you can play the video now.
Sure.
Wow, wow. So many things you are doing simultaneously. Good.
So I'm jack of all and master of one only.
Great, great.
चुरा लिया है तुमने जो दिल को, नजर नहीं
Kya baat hai.
Thank you. Thank
They
you.
are really power women. Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
I think the whole such kind of activity, you know. Wow, that's good. I think we have got the best of people, you know.
I was in women's cricket. I was supposed to play for India, but I choose my medical profession over it. And I'm happy that I took the right decision.
And there is the need to strike a balance.
Yeah.
That is the see,
I was
extreme
left
of
down
anything.
spinner.
Ati sarvatra varjyate. Extreme of all kinds
Yeah.
should be
Yeah.
avoided. Wonderful. You know, this is the cocktail, real cocktail. Wonderful.
Dr. Sahu, sir, that's why I said I salute these women because they have dual activity, dual responsibility. And we are able to work in the hospital or other activity because we are free from the home. So salute to you, man.
Don't underestimate Shiva. Shiva means static energy. You should just stand. You should be solid. Then can only woman flower. If the man is saki, no woman can flower. Remember that. So you seek your Shivahood and let Shakti means kinetic energy. They can flower only if there is a solid rock behind them, you know, which holds them together. Okay, so don't underestimate yourself, but you have a different role to play. So that is nice thing that the kinetic energy is showing this way. Wonderful. Yeah.
Dr. Pamela has a comment to make, I guess.
Yes, thank you. It is actually really inspiring to see all these wonderful women doing so many things besides ophthalmology. It is a great challenge to find all the time. I watch these videos and I'm kind of thinking, your day must have like 40 hours because my day only has 24 hours. And sometimes I do have a lot of excuses, but when I see all these videos, I feel inspired and I feel I'm capable of doing more things. So thank you very much for sharing all these wonderful things.
You are doing so wonderfully and you can still do better. You are managing your wonderful children. I've seen them there. You are bringing them up very well. And I'm pretty sure you'll be doing a lot of extra things also. Thank you.
So before we go on to our next group of speakers, if we have any questions for Dr. Chitra, Dr. Zai and Dr. Namrita Joshi ma'am, we can take them up. Usha ma'am?
Panelist.
Panelist, yeah.
They must bring out the best from them for keeping the young generation in mind.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Yeah, I would like to ask a question to Chitra ma'am. Chitra ma'am, first of all, what an amazing video. It was absolutely stunning. So hats off to you for the lovely work that you have done and the way you have kept your family together. So I had a small question to you, ma'am. So suppose you had a family where you had a non-ophthalmologist as your husband to begin with. Would you still have an ambition and to have a chain of centers like this, and how would you manage it?
Actually, from the time I was young, I was very ambitious. But of course, I would be very friendly and I used to love everybody around and I used to be very positive. So, you know, I don't think if I had Ramurthy made things life so much easier because, you know, when I got married to him, I was just doing my MBBS. So then he pulled me into ophthalmology and then we did everything together. Maybe otherwise I may have even moved on to a different specialty, but I don't think I could have just rested like that because I have to be what I am. And it's just that I was so lucky to have him facilitating things for me. But I'm sure each one of us have it in us to do. Maybe it would be a different setting, a different landscape, a different scenario. But the essence is that we want to do our best for our family too.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Chitra ma'am, Sat Naman. You're so inspiring and such a beautiful video. In fact, I couldn't hold my tears back when I heard your son speak because I was just imagining, how wonderful. I think that is the best gift any parent would want, because we don't want anything else. So I was just wishing, oh, maybe I should work so hard so that my child also speaks the same about myself.
Yeah.
And as
That
always, I'm
video.
your biggest fan. And another thing, ma'am, what I really realize now from you is that it's that you have realized your own potential from a very young age, and that is why you were so secure within yourself and so confident and so graceful and poised, and that is how you were so focused that each and everything which you did was not at all a chore for you. It came so naturally to you. Even when you speak, it comes very effortlessly. But definitely we know how much of effort and how much of energy, how much of focus and mindfulness you put into whatever you did each and every moment. And I can just rewind myself, and I think I'm just like the blotting paper. I took your video into my mind so much, and I think everyone over here had goosebumps seeing the video. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being such a wonderful person. That's all I can say.
No, you won't believe that video is actually meant for some, in Maharashtra State Society, there's going to be the women's thing. So, which I'll be doing on April 13. And in that, I had asked my son to make a video for me. And when I heard that video, I thought he has no time for me. And when I heard that, I realized that I had finished with my ambitions. It's done, because that's the final prize I got.
Exactly. It's very beautiful, ma'am. You see, it touched everyone's heart over here, and we ourselves are feeling so full. No, I don't know how. I definitely feel that each and every one of you might be feeling the same. Next one, I'll finish it off. Dr. Zay. Everyone, it's written Jai, and everyone refers to her as Zay. So
no, but that's wrong. It's Zai. Zai. That's
Zai.
the name of a flower in Marathi. Jasmine is in Marathi. It's Zai.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, why were you saying Jay? Is it that Jay? I have heard Jay or Jay.
No, it's Zai.
Okay, it's the flower. Okay, you were as beautiful as a flower and as strong as a woman should be. That is what a wonderful presentation, and definitely we feel that we should also definitely up our fitness level. It's so inspiring to see women. I love physically fit women, because even whenever I do it in my art forms, I try to put in a woman with more of musculature nowadays, because earlier it was now muscle is sexy,
It is definitely.
So really kudos to you, and thank you for this beautiful presentation. Now I would just go to Namrita ma'am. Yeah, Namrita ma'am, you are a bundle of, you're so versatile. Thank you so much. I think every one of us has been, this thing I never knew, that you sing so well, and you were such a diva in your younger days, and you still are with all your different forms. Beautiful, inspiring, rejuvenating, and I'm so excited, waiting for the next presentations. Kudos.
Thank you so much.
So moving on.
Totally agree with you, Dr. Juni. Actually, it's so inspiring, and I still remember the sparkle in Chitra ma'am's eyes when we were having the last webinar, and when she told, yes, I was also a Bharatanatyam dancer. But apart from that, all the achievements, all that you have achieved, ma'am, it's truly inspiring. You are truly a role model for each one of us. And definitely the other two presentations, no words, because among all the ladies present out here, maybe I consider myself, as the laziest of the lot. And I am being motivated, I am being pushed to go into physical fitness, but somehow it's not working out. But today, I definitely say that, yes, you have all boosted my morale, and I'll definitely try to do something about it. And Namrita ma'am, awesome. What to say, as Dr. Juni has mentioned, you are a bundle of talents, and all the women out here. And I'm so happy that we have picked out the best gems in our forum. And thank you all for such wonderful presentation. Truly inspiring. Thank you so much.
So I understand that this show is going on great. And moving on forward, we have another group of speakers who is going to definitely leave us speechless. We have with us Dr. Namrita Sharma ma'am, who needs no introduction. She's professor at RP Center in New Delhi. She's regional secretary, Asia Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology. She's general secretary of AIOS. She's secretary of Eye Bank Association of India. She has won many national and international awards like Asia Pacific Academy of Ophthalmology Leadership Award and Senior Achievement Award by American Academy of Ophthalmology, to name a few. She has over 450 publications in international peer-reviewed journals, 119 book chapters, and has authored 17 books. And we are eager to hear from you, ma'am. Over to you for your presentation.
So thank you, Aarti, for making me a part, and Dr. Usha Johri ma'am for making me a part of this very important forum. It is all about women, and it is very rare to find such a forum, and very rare to find people, who would appreciate and who would realize our struggles. Not only that we do, there are a lot of mental struggles as well, because you are trying to juggle up everything. And Dr. Sahu sir said that you present on something which you don't normally present, and like a day in your life, or I just thought that I'll present something which I don't present. Of course, it's a tougher presentation to make, but I just thought that I'm going to present the other side of me. So probably people won't know this side of me, because I am not good at singing or dancing, although I do enjoy watching it. So I'll just begin with this photograph first, and this is my mother, who is at that time in her photograph an NCC cadet, and she passed out her MA. She was a gold medalist, and she got married. My father who is a doctor, and that's the three of us. That's me in the center, and Mohita and Sujata, my two other sisters. And it was quite a challenge for my mother to bring all three of us, because, like you all know, to have three daughters was not a very, good thing at that point in time. And so she was very adamant that each one of us should, become something in life. So it was like kind of destined that I have to be a doctor, and then subsequently Mohita became, and then Sujata followed on. But this is from where it started. My mother, when we were in school, used to write debates and declamations for us, and we would go and present those debates and declamations in Hindi and win awards. But she herself didn't do anything for almost 25 years. When was the time when I got married immediately after my internship, and this is at the time of MBBS degree. Of course, we were three of us, and so obviously the thing was that, the sooner the responsibility is over, the better. And at that time, it almost felt like getting married in internship was too early. But then I was very fortunate to have my husband with me, who at that time was MD medicine, and I was MBBS, and both of us studied together. So I got into MD exam, and he got into his DM cardiology exam, and that is how we started. So at that point in time, when we were both studying together, I did not get it in the first attempt. So there was a break for almost a year, and he was the one who got from his hostel two other boys who were preparing. He said, why don't you sit with them and prepare for the exam? It always helps when you study in a group. And so all three of us, qualified. One went into anesthesia, the other got medicine, and I got ophthalmology in AIMS. This is, of course, my in-laws and my parents, who've been a huge support right from the very beginning, whether it was my studies or whether it was my, it was the time when I had my daughter. And in my entire studies, I did from Lady Hardinge Medical College, and I did it in a DTC bus. So all 5 years, we traveled in DTC bus in the morning, in the evening. So at that time, it was not that crowded, but yes, it used to be quite tough. When I entered the RP Center in AIMS, Dr. Nita was my first mentor, philosopher, and guide, and I did my MD from RP Center. Then I did my MD thesis At that point in time, if somebody just handholds you and tells you what to do, it's a big thing. And I think I would always give her credit for that. And it's like one woman handholding other younger ophthalmologists' hand and taking her through. So my first index publication I did with her, and she just took me, at that time I just entered, and she just, took me around. She says, no, we are going to World Congress Cornea. And I said, what is it? She says, no, this is a paper and you are going to be presenting a poster. So that was my first exposure to academics when I did do World Congress Cornea in USA way back in 1995. And from that time, she was a role model, because at that time, there were not very many women ophthalmologists. Then I did my MD ophthalmology from AIMS, and then subsequently I did not get into senior residency because there were only 2 seats. We were 10 of us, and first attempt I did not get. So I joined across the road, that was Safdarjung Hospital, and in the interview, Dr. KPS Malik, who's again a great teacher, and he said that, are you going to leave if you get into RPC, because this is the trend that people come here, prepare for RPC? And I told him, yes, I will, sir. I will definitely leave if I get into RPC center. And I would be, I would be preparing for the same. And I think I would give it to him for being so kind that he took me during that time. And then he taught me surgeries just next in the operation theater. There was no distinction that an HOD is operating and a resident is operating. And we both used to be operating at the same time. And 6 months down the line, I thought that I wanted to specialize in a particular subject. And in fact, that was retina at that point in time. But it was like wherever you get an opening, wherever the seat falls vacant, you go in there. So Dr. Tiwari was the chief at that time. And I did tell Dr. KPS Malik that, sir, I want to go back. And he was so benevolent and kind enough to, not only give me leave to study for that particular exam, but also to relieve me appropriately. So I did my senior residency with Dr. Andhra, Dr. Nita Panda, and Dr. Rasik Vajpayee. And again, I think I've been really fortunate to have good people to be working with these kind of people who just led the way. And at that point in time in senior residency, I had my daughter, and I got senior residency into cornea, much against my wishes. But now when I think retrospectively, I think it was destined to be like this. And both my parents and my in-laws were very, very helpful at that time, including my husband. There used to be night duties because we didn't have in 24 hours, we were operating doing keratoplasties because we didn't have media like this, and we had to operate immediately. And at that point in time, I think there was a huge support from my family members, that kind of help. And this is just one of her pictures. And I think children do, they get accustomed to the way that they see at home, and they become so independent themselves. They learn to live with it. After senior residency, I did my pool officer, and then I came in contact with Professor V.K. Dada, who was a voracious leader. Every time I would read up something and he would have read it, much ahead of me. So from him, I learned up a habit of reading scientific literature, journals, slides, video editing, how to record each and every case, and importance of documentation. And again, he was very helpful at that time because I was doing a pool officer, and in pool officer, you get salary after 3 months or 4 months. You don't get salary, every month. So again, he was, he's been my mentor, and I was very, it was a very emotional moment for me when we gave him Lifetime Achievement Award in this RPC Foundation Day, which happened just last month. When you give it to your own teacher and your own mentor, then, you really feel very nice. And of course, Dr. Vajpayee, he taught me the surgical skills, writing of publications, importance of peer review articles, initiated me into writing and innovative techniques, etc. And he was the one who showed us the international arena. Like I said, if somebody just handholds you, and I've put these pictures here because there have been several men who've really helped. And so if you do work hard, there are opportunities, there are people who are willing to help, and you can find your own way. In 2006, it was when I had already become a faculty member, but I thought that, a fellowship abroad does help, whether it is a short-term fellowship. Like Zai also said that she also did a fellowship abroad, and then I did my fellowship with Dr. John Dutt in Moorfields Eye Hospital. Again, at that point in time, my daughter was in 6th standard, and my family was very supportive. When my parents said that we would just think you've studied for 6 more months till the time of school, to the time of your MBBS, we supported. So we'll just think, it extended 6 months more. And so there was support from all over. And of course, my husband was very supportive. I left my daughter for 6 months, went to Moorfields Eye Hospital under John Dart. And at that time, again, in European Union, students were preferred there. Indians were not preferred, but Dr. Dart was, again, very gracious enough. And he said, no, the CV is good and I'm going to have an Indian candidate here. And he fought with the European Union people. And again, I'm grateful to him, for and of course, then started our journey. And this is from one of the weddings. And this is my daughter. As she grew up, she she's now done her MBBS. And these are 3 of us in some wedding, my other 2 sisters and myself. And then this is just the pictures, although I can't dance and I can't sing, but my daughter can dance extremely well, and so can she sing, and it's a treat to watch her. And then way back, she had, when she was in 8th class, she had meningitis. So for 2 months, I stopped work because she was admitted in the hospital. So again, when your family needs you, you have to be there. You have to forget almost everything. When she was in 12th standard, then again, you have to take, when you are at that point in time, you have to take back seat because you have done what you have to do. And now it is the time when they are going to need your support and they are going to be establishing. So I think the breaks in each one of us, like each one of us of our lives are just inevitable. And again, taking back seat in each of us, our lives are inevitable. And this is from one of the Women in Ophthalmology WAS sessions, Women Ophthalmic Society, which Dr. Mohita started. At that point in time, I did think it is not required, but then she said that possibly you got the opportunities that you wanted to, but there are opportunities which other women also require, and that is why such platforms are required. And I think now I do understand what it meant. And this is my daughter, who's this is her posting in the gynae ward when she was very excited that she's in gynae ward, delivered a child, and this was subsequently again now she's she's given an entrance of DM cardiology and she's got a seat there, and she's going to be very soon joining that seat now. The counseling is just about next week, and this is 3 of us. We have made it a point to take breaks, and we take breaks once in a year, definitely, at least for 3 to 4 days. Although it's very hectic because my husband is a cardiologist, and so he's also as busy or maybe more busy than me, although he doesn't show it, and I appear to be very busy, although I may not be that busy. So again, this is my mother who, at that point in time when she had stopped writing, I didn't tell her that you should start writing. When we win prizes, saying your debates and declamations, why can't you write? So my mother now has written almost 25 books in Hindi, and she's in her own self, again, a celebrity, and by the name of Maitreyi Pushpa, and that's again 3 of us. So we, in our family, and this is my niece and 3 of us and my daughter. So we inspire each other, we strengthen each other, and together I think we are an army that way. And I think that this is very much required everywhere, that you inspire each other and work as a team, and you are there for each other. Of course, these things which Aarti highlighted came down the line, and I thought I'm not going to be talking about these because I somewhere all this is written, but what is not written, I thought I would be talking about, although I have not talked about it in detail, but whatever this is, and this is of course one of our last photographs from one of the festivals, and this is all of us again. So thank you very much for your kind attention.
Wonderful, Namrita. That was nice to know that part of you. So nice.
Thank you so much, Namrita. Rahul sir, you are around?
Dr. Aarti?
Yes,
Namrita.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, you is tell what you want to.
Sir,
Namrita.
I just want to say that it's I'm sure it has been a struggle for everybody. And it is a struggle in the initial part of your life, and later on things do become, they do fall into place. But then I think you eventually come out stronger with each of the obstacles and the struggles.
But what I saw in your single-minded pursuit of excellence, pursuing your vision and pursuing your desire, and not leaving the family, holding on to that. That is the essence of whole thing, And plus, now becoming secretary of a 20,000 strong ophthalmologist group, it's not easy. It is not easy, and that is everybody should see that women, that our men are not against women. That is again, I'm repeating again.
Yeah,
but they celebrate if you deserve. If you deserve your, and they celebrate. So that is our civilizational statement. You excel, and there are people waiting to applaud you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
For Dr. Namrita, really we appreciate whatever you are doing for your ophthalmology. I know you for last 20 years, and I have seen you growing in Indian ophthalmology. I have been with you, associated with you for so long journey. Her dedication is, I just give a small example. We were sitting at the Delhi airport, you must be remembering, Dr. Namrita. We were 4 people. We were talking, we three have one flight and Dr. Namrita has another flight. And between talk and tea and coffee, she forget her flight time. She missed the flight for the Patna, but we have taken our flight. And we were surprised that 2 hours later, she reached there by another flight. She stayed there for 1 hour, and then she proceeded for another conference in another state, taking another flight. If I would have been at her place, I would have missed the conference willingly. I would not have gone there for 1 hour. So
yes,
this is dedication, and this is hard work. Because of that, she is here. She has reached the height, whatever she is now today. We salute you, Dr. Namrita.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The one good thing about you, Namrita, you always respond to call.
Thank
and
you.
I've liked it very much.
Yes. Namrita has been, my association with Dr. Namrita has been not very great, but an unknown person to Dr. Namrita, it's unbelievable that I send her a message, whether it's WhatsApp or email or SMS. The response is fantastic. And I've heard from her residents, because some of her residents are our family friends' children. I've heard from the residents that she has a specific time, morning 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I think she's on her laptop emails responding, so a wonderful person, extremely hardworking, very, very polite, down to earth, and an excellent, inspiring lady, I would say, Salute, to Dr. Namrita Sharma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so
So,
much.
ma'am, seniors have said that you respond to their messages and call. And being a junior, I'll say that I have the same opinion about you, that you never delay in responding anything. And you are always yes for anything. Ma'am, will you come for this webinar for a talk? And you are never, no, let me think. You're always yes, fine.
Yes.
I was very happy to be the chairperson for this webinar, and then sir said that no, you present something, don't be the chairperson. I think likewise for Chitra also, but I'm really glad I put it all together. Otherwise, you don't have time to put it all together. And thank you so much again for
very nice, Namrita. Amazing.
So let's take the evening forward. We have with us Dr. Nita Dorwad, ma'am. She's medical director at Brahma Netralaya and Guru Neet Welfare Foundation in Mumbai. She's joint secretary of Women's Wing of ISMSICS. She's medical director of Rotary Club of Mumbai. She's honorary surgeon at Prasad Chikitsa Ganesh Puri. She's MS gold medalist, and other than ophthalmology, she also enjoys playing piano, singing, and doing social services. So over to you, Nita ma'am. Should I run your video?
Unmute yourself.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Aarti. Like now is after hearing such a inspiring words, after so much of a hard work from so many excellent, talented doctors, now I am presenting here. As Sao sir mentioned me, the family value is very important. And whatever the other extra curricular activities you are doing, which is giving more concentration, one single-minded concentration for your profession. So I'll just share my family and family values and my extracurricular activities. I'm now speechless after seeing such a wonderful videos. I don't know why I am here, but let's see what I have prepared today.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Dr. Nita from Mumbai. It's my privilege to take you all through my life journey. My life journey is simple yet well balanced with virtues and happiness. I would like to thank Dr. Amulya Sahu sir and entire team of ISMSICS for taking up this wonderful initiative of celebrating womanhood. And I feel very proud to be part of this great initiative. I do not know whether I do anything special, but yes, I enjoy whatever I do and I give my 100%. My parents and my in-laws are my inspiration. My mother was practicing gynecologist and father is a lawyer and founder chairman of leading education society in Latur, Maharashtra. I thank my parents for teaching me discipline, honesty, and creating interest in Indian classical music and yoga in my early childhood. I also thank my in-laws and my husband for encouraging and supporting me to take up my post-graduation studies after my marriage. And a very special thanks to my little daughter who was just 7 months old when I took admission for my PG. With everyone's support and my hard work, I received gold medal in MS Ophthalmology. I express my gratitude towards my mentors and teachers for their constant guidance and inspiration. I'm blessed to have a very supportive husband, Mr. Guru Dodwar, and two beautiful daughters, Rutusha and Sachi.
And let's see when we wake up tomorrow. Best laid plans sometimes are just a one night stand.
What a smile.
Thank you. Thank you, Steve. Yeah.
Wonderful presentation, Nita. Wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I have met Nita a few times, and I met her two wonderful children she has brought up. She's a deeply spiritual person, and that is the essence of her. The other thing will be expression only, but you don't compare yourself with mega stars like Chitra and Namrita.
Those
so you
are,
have a long you have a long way to go. So you can
Okay.
decorate yourself,
Yes.
putting them as in front of you. But because of your deep spiritual, bent of mind and the presence, you will accept whatever you do. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Nita. That was so nice and soothing to watch.
Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was so inspiring. We have learned so much today. There is so much of a positivity, and we learned there is so much of a hard work to reach there. Yes, we are truly, truly inspired. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So next, we have with us a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Nilutpana. She's currently conducts teaching and training of residents at Sri Shankardeva Netralaya, Guwahati, where she is the associate consultant in the Department of Strabismus and Pediatric Ophthalmology, responsible for ocular genetics and myopia clinic. So over to you, Dr. Nilutpana.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aarti, for the introduction. Before you start the presentation, I would like to pay my gratitude to Sahu sir for this opportunity, Usha Johari ma'am, and especially to you, Dr. Aarti, for taking so much care of me, especially my videos and everything. I am speechless with all the videos that I have seen. Namrita ma'am, Chitra ma'am are my inspirations. We look up to them. And by looking at the presentations, I don't know, I'm really humbled to be among the stalwarts today. I hope I do not make you feel bad with my presentation. It's a very small presentation that I want to share with you how a little bit about my life. And I think we can begin that, Dr. Aarti.
Ikigai is a Japanese concept which translates as the happiness of always being busy, like a logotherapy. But it goes a step beyond. Our Ikigai is hidden deep inside each one of us, and finding it requires a patient search. As a young ophthalmologist, I was extremely passionate about my career and the possible zenith it would take me to. My life was busy with surgeries, with classes, patients, and I had adapted excellently to it. So much so, I did not pause for a second and look at my life beyond ophthalmology. Even at family gatherings, I was too preoccupied with my work and meeting the deadlines. I was constantly trying to strike a balance between personal and professional life, and somehow the latter took precedence. And then the world paused on its own. Inevitably, I too had to turn off my autopilot mode, and that was steering me into an endless loop. One way of reaching mindfulness was through meditation. The key was to find a slot for the practice in my daily routine. I reorganized myself. I spent more time with my children. I started to watch them grow. The details of childhood was extraordinary. When the brain develops ingrained habits, it does not think anymore. Things get done quickly and efficiently on an automatic pilot, often in a very advantageous way. This creates a tendency to stick to routines, and the only way of breaking this is to confront the brain with new information. I started to scribble again. I reignited my passion to play with the canvas.
Wow.
Took out time to run. I added a meaningful challenge to my love for gardening. I drew orchids this time. It required a sophisticated simplicity and attention to detail. At first, it seemed difficult, very difficult. But as I learned how to nurture, how to do it, the training was already working. I was getting better at it.
Come on.
I reconnected with my family. Friends and my loved ones. Suddenly, I did not require 48 hours in a day. My mind was in order. These little things added up to a newfound happiness, and it reflected in the quality of my work as well. I was in flow. I had time to celebrate and reflect on my positivity. What makes us enjoy doing something so much that we forget about whatever worries we might have while we do it? When are we the happiest? These questions can help us discover our ikigai and to believe happiness is so simple as water.
I'm so sorry. The music was not on the background. I think something happened.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Nirupanna,
Yes, sir.
later I have to tell something. People give tribute to the teacher, and I'm giving tribute to my student, the first student of 2mm SICS. What a wonderful surgeon, and what sort of surgeries he does. I feel so proud. When I'm not there, you will be speaking about 2mm all over the world, and people will follow you. That is my wish and prayer. You are a fabulous surgeon, wonderful human being, and such a dedicated, passionate mother and wife and whatnot here. God bless you. And this is,
Thank you, sir.
you have got people before you, high achievers. For achievement, there is no limit for you. And I've seen you work absolutely mind-boggling. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice presentation.
Thank you so much, Chitra ma'am. Namrata ma'am, I would like to say a few words for you actually here. Chitra ma'am's life has been always an inspiration, definitely. But Namrata ma'am, I would like to say 2 words. One was, you said that when a teacher holds your hands, you don't need anybody. But if you remember, our first EOC AIOS session, my talk was on marriage, moving, and maternity and moving.
Yeah.
You were about to go out, and then you stopped back for the for my talk, and that talk finally featured in PI. So you held my hand that day, and again we had a EOC inauguration at Osaka, Assam.
Yeah.
You knew the struggle that I was going through. You answered all my calls, and I booked it when I was about to book that thing. You said that it was your daughter's birthday. I was feeling so bad about it, but then you took time. You came, you installed the IOC, and then you went back for your daughter's birthday. What more can I say about you? I am truly, truly inspired, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Purna. It's all your hard work and your effort into it. So what I did possibly was just facilitated a little bit.
No, ma'am. No, that was so wonderful, and I'm just choked now, right now, talking to you and hearing from Chitra ma'am, and especially all the other wonderful people who are here. I cannot express my gratitude to them. That I think the youngest of all here, but to share the platform is an honor for me. Thank you, ISMSICS, for this wonderful opportunity.
Niluparna, the impact that you had left of the painting was a couple of years back when I had come to Guwahati. The impact is so strong that I have to remember you every day. That you had given to me, it's so wonderful, and really, I'm really happy that you're a wonderful painter too. Yeah, you're beautiful, and I've still see that every day, and I remember you every day. That's the impact you have created, on me especially.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for keeping my painting with you. Thank you so much. And Nita ma'am, thank you so much for the sweets that you sent.
Dr. Nita, I am also waiting for a painting from you now.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely give it to you. It's a small art, like the Assamese thing, and I'll definitely give one to you. You deserve one, actually. You have stood by me from the very beginning of ISMSICS.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So moving on to our next presentation, we have with us Dr. Reena Sethi ma'am, who is co-founder of Arunodaya Charitable Trust, a non-profit NGO, an accomplished cataract surgeon with special interest in community and pediatric ophthalmology. Dr. Reena has won various awards, to name a few: International Ophthalmic Heroes of India 2018 in Coimbatore, a coined President's Appreciation Gold Plaque in 2020, and Professor Ishwar Chandra Memorial Best National Teacher in Ophthalmology Coin Award in 2020. Over to you, Dr. Reena.
Thank you very much. Before you could start my video, I would like to say I'm really honored for this privilege. to hear all of you also, and to also participate in this lovely platform. And all thanks to Dr. Amulya Sahu and all of you here. Hearing you all, it's so wonderful because everybody has such an inspirational guide to give, and such a nice story everybody has. So my story, I would say my passion is music, of course, and it is my family, because I like to do things which are of interest to me, and I like that my family should also get involved in it. So I make a lot of effort in keeping all my children together. I have we are 6 of us, 6 doctors in the family, 5 ophthalmologists and 1 gynecologist, my daughter-in-law, and I have 4 grandkids. So it's one family where we stay together, we work together, we play together. So with a little outlook to that, I'm going to share a couple of photographs with you, and of course my music also. So please put on the video for me, please. Thank you.
गाने वाली की आवाज सिर्फ जुबान से शुरू होकर कानों तक पहुंचने वाली ना हो, बल्कि वो आवाज दिल से शुरू होकर सुनने वालों के दिलों तक पहुंचने का सफर तय करे। ऐसी ही एक आवाज जो पेशे से तो बतौर डॉक्टर आंखों से मुताल्लिक है, पर आजकल अपनी गायकी से दिलों को भी सुकून पहुंचाने में मसरूफ है। आप हैं डॉक्टर रीना सेठी।
कौन कहता है, कौन कहता है, कौन कहता है, कौन कहता है मोहब्बत की जुबान होती है, कौन कहता है मोहब्बत की जुबान होती है, ये हकीकत तो निगाहों से बयां होती है, कौन कहता है मोहब्बत की जुबान होती है। चश्मे का दिल मेरी दुश्मन थी हमेशा, लेकिन चश्मे का दिल मेरी दुश्मन थी हमेशा, लेकिन जैसी अब हो गई कातिल कभी ऐसी तो न थी, जैसी अब हो गई कातिल कभी ऐसी तो न थी, बात करनी मुझे मुश्किल कभी ऐसी तो न थी। बाग उजड़ गए, बाग उजड़ गए, खिलने से पहले पंछी बिछड़ गए, मिलने से पहले पंछी बिछड़ गए, मिलने से पहले कोयल की कोयल की कूक ने होक उठाई है, लंबी जुदाई 4 दिना दा प्यार हो रब्बा, बड़े लंबी जुदाई, लंबी जुदाई। रास्ता ही रास्ता है, फिर रास्ता ही रास्ता है। हंसना है ना रोना है, दुनिया दुनिया जिसे कहते हैं जादू का खिलौना है। कितना मासूम रंगीन है ये समा, हुस्न और इश्क की आज मेराज है, हुस्न और इश्क की आज मेराज है। कल की किसको खबर जाने जा, रोक लो आज की रात को, आज जाने की जिद ना करो, आज जाने की जिद ना करो।
Thank you very much.
What a melodious voice.
Amazing, Reena. Cannot expect anything less from you. Gracious to look at, and what talent you have.
Thank you so much, Chitra. Thank you.
Sahu sir?
He's lost in the music.
Yeah, very nice voice.
Thank you, Namrita. Thanks.
As beautiful as your cataracts and your cataract surgery.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir is saying something, but I think we can't hear, sir.
He's muted, huh?
No, he's not muted, sir. The volume has to increase.
Sahu sir? I see, ma'am, his video is still.
No, sir is speaking
Oh,
something. I
okay.
think the volume button is, and sir is not muted, so the volume button is at its lowest.
Somebody from Entod can check and maybe
Sir has to increase his volume, I think.
Dr. Nilutpana, if you can give a call to sir, please.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So meanwhile, if we have with us some men also in the webinar. So let's see if Dr. Satanju sir or Dr. Joshi sir is here.
Thank you, Dr. Arti. Really, to see the talent of this womanhood, really we are feeling way behind them. Dr. Namrita, Dr. So many Dr. Arti, Dr. Usha Jori, Dr.
You can hear me?
They have shown their character. They are not in the authority, but sports, dancing, extracurricular activities. Really, we always thought that we are way ahead of them, but today we are feeling really we are way behind them. So really, thanks to them. Thank you, Dr. Namrita and Dr. Chitra for accepting our invitation and coming here and giving a time, important time. And really, Arti, you have selected all the speakers, all the talented person here. We are really feeling very proud of having them with us.
So soon we will start Men of Substance as well, I'm sure.
Yes.
Sahu sir, are you back with us?
Yes, I'm back with you, and we are going to give all the participants, including the first.
Hold on, we have one more presentation, so it's not concluded.
Okay.
Yet. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Wanted you to comment on Dr. Reena's presentation.
She is fabulous. She is a fabulous grandmother, and I can say that I am in that stage, so I'm celebrated. We are together. Sorry.
We have saved the best ones for the last. So here comes one of my favorite video of the evening. We have with us Dr. Chitra. She's additional professor of, I think it should be associate professor of ophthalmology in Mangalore. Her areas of interest include phacoemulsification, oculoplasty, and glaucoma. Interests other than ophthalmology include trekking, table tennis, poetry, and creative teaching. So, Dr. Sheetal, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so overwhelmed and humbled to have had this recognition and opportunity to share stage with all stalwarts. So, in all humility, I would like to share my tiny bit of experience in life. And Aarti, please go ahead and share my video.
So, from singing to dancing to painting, now we move on to something different. Here it goes.
Good evening, everyone. In the next 6 minutes, you're likely to have a dopamine and adrenaline rush. There's a possibility that something in you might change. Oh, look at this. And what does this lady have to share? It's her story of resilience, many dreams and aspirations apart from professional and family life. Respected senior colleagues and dear friends, I deem it an honor and privilege to be recognized in this group. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. At this young age, I had a choice between dance and acrobatics. Does it surprise you? I chose the latter. My journey began early on in life by being chosen as a prefect or a house leader. Doing well only in academics did not excite me. Hence, I got into sports, mainly table tennis, and that not only got me state and national level laurels, but also taught me discipline, team spirit, and most importantly, to lose or win gracefully. I was an NCC cadet during pre-university days, and attending national camps helped me improve my personality. During PUC itself, few of us friends founded a youth club which conducted a few intercollegiate quiz competitions. While an undergraduate, I won the gold medal in table tennis singles at the All India Intermediate Sports Competition held at AIMS, New Delhi. My first achievement as a postgraduate trainee was being a part of the winning team in PG quiz competition. Only a few of you might know the great ordeal of being married and having a child during PG training. However, in spite of the challenges, I was able to come out as the gold medalist of the batch. This is my family, my husband, who's an orthopedic surgeon, and my two handsome boys. These are my parents, my pillars of strength, and to whom I'll forever be indebted. The challenge again was to find a work-life balance. I chose to enjoy every moment of my free time with my children, teaching them life skills myself like swimming and bicycle riding, making them independent. Seeing them come out as all-rounders in martial arts, NCC, theatre was a gratifying experience. I started my career in a medical college hospital 17 years ago. The caseload was good, the state-of-art facilities were there, and my encouraging colleagues helped me evolve into a competent phaco, oculoplasty, and glaucoma surgeon. Here are a few interesting cases done by me, which I'd like to share. Life is always not about hard work, it's about having a good time too. I love teaching and to promote a holistic approach in students towards patient care. I have adopted innovating teaching methods like art appreciation, open air interactive discussions, innovative wet lab methods, especially during Corona times, dramatics, and blindfold activities. I've also enjoyed conducting postgraduate quiz competitions along with a colleague. I have had the good fortune of interacting with luminaries in our field. They are my inspiration and mentors. I have been invited to contribute towards a novel concept of audiovisual textbook of ophthalmology for postgraduates, which is under progress. My tiny bit of contribution towards social service is being a part of the health programs uh, serving the underprivileged people in non-accessible areas, also running for a cause. I have received a few awards, the most recent one being Teacher of the Year Award. Innovation does not stop at work, it creeps into my kitchen too. My literary pursuits include a coffee table book designed by me specially for my father on his 75th birthday, A Labor of Love. I'm coming up with a book of poems and I'll be happy to read one to you now. I love to cycle to balance on two wheels. A cycle is akin to life and balance is what I have to achieve. New destinations to seek, new people to meet. I pedal at the wheels as old roads beat. I love the breeze in my tresses and cold air caresses. The chill in my feet gives me a lovely chill. To cycle uphill, I need my will. Descending downhill, I challenge my skill. Fortified with my will and skill, I fathom I can conquer any hill. Trekking is now my passion. My first national Himalayan trek was at Surpass in Himachal. So this was a 70-kilometer, 11-day long trek with amazing view and a lot of hardships like risk of acute mountain sickness, possibility of bear attacks, snowstorms, and treacherous vertical paths. My next was a winter trek, the Kedar Kanta trek. And here I had to brave a temperature of minus 15 degrees and extreme cold winds. The night trek to the summit on a full moon in the glistening snow and the 360-degree view of the mountains at sunrise was surreal. Rupkund was my next trek. It has one of the most amazingly beautiful meadows, or what they call as bugyals, and also the mysterious lake where about 300 skeletons are found and no one knows really how they landed here. This was an amazing experience of whitewater rafting that I had at Rishikesh. 22 kilometers of rafting, and it included both grade 1, grade 2 and a little scary grade 3 rapids. So in the next picture you will see we are made to get off our rafts right in the middle of the river, and it's an exhilarating experience. To conclude, in my perspective, a woman of substance does not measure herself by others' expectations, nor does she let others define her worth. She leads an inspired life and she inspires. Thank you.
Hats off to you. Amazing. What a life you've led. Nice.
I think it's a really, I think each one of you is special. Each one of you have leaving some impact. And such a wonderful webinar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for organizing this. Otherwise, this would have never come out.
Yeah.
Because the sense of our country is women. So I'm one. I've gone through Vedanta Upanishad, so I understand the value of this feminine energy. This is, see, if you see, this is a cosmic drama. we take it as real. It is not real. You know, it is just a cosmic drama. And what we are celebrating is the feminine energy. And so we think of this body is identify with the body and become so limited. But we should detach from the body, you are unlimited. So what you are expressing through your actions is unlimitedness. But don't identify with the body, because this is the energy and the body you are using for that manifestation. So celebrate your manifestation. That's wonderful. So don't make it a very limited. See, I am doing, but it is being done through you, and you are opening the door to the universe. So this is wonderful.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sahu, for making today happen. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Those who have watched, and they will watch again and again, and they will understand how to become unlimited, like you people. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the floor
Lovely program.
for
Thank
the
you.
discussion. And if somebody wants to comment something, I would like to thank each one of you. And I'm really sorry to have bugged you up a lot in last 2 weeks for your photos, for your resume, and for your videos. But I think we had wonderful time.
And I will thank.
Before you finish, on behalf of ISMSICS and all the speakers, I would like to thank you and Dr. Shadwari ma'am for all the hard work I am watching for seeing you, collecting video, asking them again and again, was not easy job. And we have heard all the women assistants, but you have also a better women assistant for us. You are handling all the webinar as a moderator very well. Thank you, Dr. Shadwari ma'am. You are a wonderful presentation.
Thanks to all of you, and Aarti is a fine fabulous talent. We're enjoying it, and Usha, you have always done a good job. So thank you so much.
Our women assistant.
Thank you, sir. That means a lot to me. And if somebody wants to comment something or say something, you're free to do that.
I think Chitra,
Yes, Jayashree ma'am.
I will close it with a comment something.
Yeah,
Let us close
was
with
really a wonderful program. It was great to be a part of this webinar today. And I think today's webinar will be incomplete without thanking all the men who have stood behind us actually and has helped us to reach what we have achieved today. Our mentors, and I would like to, there are a few lines which I had recently read. She can
Dr. Jayashree, your network seems to have some issue. He's muted now.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah. Yes, it's better.
Yeah. Maybe the webinar has to end, but I'd just like to recite this because as a daughter, she can do anything as smooth as butter. As a sister, in any situation, she can give you laughter. As a wife, she can give birth to a new life. As a mom, she can handle anything as difficult as diffusing a bomb. As a grandmother, she always
We can understand Jayashree sentiments, and we really appreciate them. Dr. Namrita, your final word about this.
friend, she'll give you company till the end. I hope everyone liked it. Thanks.
Yes, very good.
Very good.
Fantastic.
Dr. Namrita, your final words about this type of webinar.
I think we really require such things. I mean, we discuss so many things in life beyond ophthalmology, but these are the things which are really, missed out. And I think we should have more of such programs even at all the other platforms. I will not say I was, but I think at every platform, such inspiring diaries and such inspiring stories should be there. It was amazing to see how so many people are so multifaceted. I mean, for me itself, I mean, I find it very inspiring how people can do so many things. So it really, because all of us over here are driven in some way or the other. And so it does feed into your, soul, and you really want to also do it similarly, whether it is meditation or it is singing or it is trekking or it is any other activity. So I think it was a great time. I mean, I could not move myself off this even for a second.
Yes, it was actually like a splash of fresh water was thrown on your face. And that kind of energy which came through is exactly what Dr. Sahu wanted. I still remember I was going in a car in Chennai when suddenly out of the blue he says that he wants me to talk. And I was so hassled as to how I'm going to do it with a very busy week ahead. But the kind of content I have got to hear, it had me spellbound, and it has energized me for weeks and months ahead. Thank you so much, one and all of you. It was so nice.
Here I want to comment one thing. Dr. Sahu had pressurized me so much before the webinar, and he has been behind me that Women of Substance was a grand success and you can't disappoint me. Everything is on you. And I was really scared. And I think after hearing all of you, I think this was a great success.
Sure, Aarti, you have done a wonderful job, Aarti. You have done a wonderful job.
Very well done.
Yeah. I would like to just one question to all the superwomen speakers over here. I would like to go as an order, everyone can answer. Like all of you are superwomen in your own way. Is there who is that particular inspiring woman in your life, except of course your mom? We rule out that. Who is that one inspiring woman in your life who has pushed you to be the best version of yourself?
Can be a man also.
Yes.
I just want to be that woman. I wanted to be a woman. Of course, men there, baby. I just want one. I want.
Manchester sir will be very unhappy. Say only women. Then I have to organize a Men of Substance.
No, the men of things. See, we have to be diplomatic. You have to choose it. You have it's my husband, the man behind me, beside me, or it should be my father. So we don't want that sort of a confusion. I just want that one lady in your life who has inspired you, pushed you, and yes, brought out the best in you.
For me, I think it's my daughter who has done that for me. Both my daughters.
Great. Okay. Chitra ma'am has said, now Namrita ma'am.
I think if you say, I mean, I would like to say my mother, but since you told me I can't say my mother, I think I would say it has been my sister, Dr. Mohita.
Great. Zaika ma'am, Sheetal ma'am.
For me, it's my cousin and friend Aruna, she wants to enjoy everything in life. And I said, okay, why not? It's always why not do this and why not do that? So that's how, I was really inspired to do many things, in fact. And there are many down the line also.
Superb. You were an adrenaline junkie throughout, like since childhood, or all of a sudden, and one phase of your life
I always loved it. And I would just like to make one mention that it was my grandfather who first got me interested in acrobatics. And today he's no more, but today happens to be his birthday. So it's a special dedication from me to him. And I'm glad I'm here today. So I've always had this interest in varied kind of sports. And, I want to do a backpack tour. And I've got so many other interesting things to do besides my family and profession.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
Jay ma'am, say Kelkar ma'am.
I said they're my daughters.
Daughters, okay.
Okay.
We have Reena ma'am here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Hi ma'am. Hi, lovely ma'am. Lovely. You remind me of Poonam Dhillon.
Thank you.
I tried.
Okay, thanks. And I would say that, it's not that you one person at one instant of life that, is your idol. It varies, but I think you take best from everybody. And I think that should go on. It's an ongoing process. For me, something which has been a role model has been my mentor, Dr. Lisa Abizer. I have loved the way she operates, and I've tried to inculcate it in my surgery, the way she does everything with great finance. I also love to do everything very with detailing and all. And the way she balances her life with her husband and her children and all, I took a lot of lessons from her because I closely watched her being my mentor. It's always important to have a mentor who is like a person who does everything perfectly. So she's one perfect person I have in my life. So I think she was being my role model.
Superb. Sheetal ma'am? No, I'm sorry. I think it's the other Namrita ma'am, Namrita Joshi ma'am.
Joshi, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi. So, as you already said before, that besides your mother, then I think it depends on you. I feel for me it's a self motivation.
Okay.
To push myself.
True. Wonderful.
Of course, the family, friends, everybody supported. But if you are motivated, if you are self motivated, you can do it. Even if someone is not with you. But if you are not self motivated, even God cannot help you. So self motivation is the key for going ahead.
Absolutely.
Let's hear from Usha ma'am.
I think one man, who has inspired me and from whom I have learned a lot since last 40 years is unfortunately a man. And that's my husband, Ashok Johri.
I knew the answer if it was a male.
But he said unfortunately.
Which is that other female? Because what I've noticed many of the times is that we often say, women need to build up their own tribe, because the motivation which we get from each other definitely pushes us a lot more than we think. So we have a lot of seniors in front of us who lead the way, and the best thing is that all of you are inspirations for the next generation, and then these next generation will become mentors to the younger generation. That is how it moves on. So definitely, yes. So it's really wonderful to have all of you over here, and that inclusiveness, the sisterhood, the love and the affection which we shared here on the platform. I hope this is enough, the boost, Complan and Bonvita for a few months ahead.
I think as Namrita madam rightly mentioned, the person who motivates you, they change with time. In your school, there is a different person. College, there is a different boyfriend, girlfriend. When you enter the medical school, it's different. When you get married, it's different. When you're in your profession, it's different, isn't it? And when you're growing in the profession, becoming senior, it's different. And every day, every time, I think it's the person who motivates you. They keep changing, and a time may come when your grandchildren, would be motivating you. That's what I feel. As a grandmother, I feel that I learn a lot from my grandchildren. Instead of I teaching them, I learn from them.
True. Thank you so much. Thank you for those candid answers. And yes, all good wishes to all my seniors, and we hope that in season 3 we get to see more of your allocates and more of our next gen young ophthalmologist too. Amulya sir is there to guide us all throughout. So thank you, sir, once again for this beautiful
Soon
platform.
we will be having young ophthalmologists who will be participants of Women of Substance 3, and I'm sure we are going to work on that very shortly.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So we will be giving you a wooden plaque. So give your best photograph to be there embossed. So season 1 and season 2, you can display in your this thing that this is a distinction, and I want you can celebrate your distinction. Thank you.
So soon a certificate of coffee will be reaching to your end. with your photograph on it. So one last request, that send me your best photograph or I'll select on my own. So before we end, we have Team Mentored with us. So I would like to thank them for all the technical support, and they are always there for us. So somebody from Mentored would like to run the video and then we take the closing remarks. So what a video to choose from Mentored. And so today they have chosen instead of Pinokin and yeah.
So I think Sabur wants a screen photo.
Yes, sir. So I request everyone to put on their cameras and to put on their best smile for the evening, and we'll take a screenshot.
Actually, this time we thought we will have some Bharatnatyam dance from Chitra ma'am, because as you posted in the last Woman of Substance, Madam had said that she will be doing her Bharatnatyam in her next week. So we're waiting for that, ma'am.
Exactly. I was also waiting for the same, Dr. Nita.
Yes. So we are still waiting, ma'am, Chitra ma'am.
Yeah.
So next time we want you to be dancing, and would like to see your dancing video, Bharatanatyam.
So I'm sure you all have enjoyed the evening. Sahu sir, would you like to give the closing remarks and then we go?
I have enjoyed it thoroughly, and I am very happy that the focus was the younger generation, and we are showcasing whom they can follow, whom they can look up to, and to make their life beautiful and complete. So this the purpose is served. In the first session also it was good. Now second session also, second season also is wonderful. So we are showcasing this power women's. This is a wonderful thing. Thank you so much, all of you participating. Can I leave now?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Aarti. Thank you, Shama.
Sorry if I have bothered you a lot.
No.
Take a Aarti, take a photographs.
Sir, I did take. I have taken.
But you should share it in a group.
I'll take one, but then I can't see only. I can see only a few of you over here.
Yeah, that's what. Whole screen.
Can we have all of us together in one screen on the screen?
I have taken a lot during the session, and I will request once again to smile. So I take a last one.
Okay.
Ready?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aarti. Thank you for taking care.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aarti.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nilut, you did a good job, huh?
No, the music was not heard somehow, sir. I did.
But doesn't matter. You made a good efforts, and
It was wonderful.
you didn't have time.
No, ma'am, Namrita ma'am, I think the youngest. I don't know. I mean, it was an honor to be with you all here.
You did a great job. Youngest ही अभी इतना कर रहा है, आगे जाके क्या करेगा?
You hold my hand, ma'am. You always hold my hand.
Surely.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Good night. Have a great night.
Everyone, good night.
Good night.